Beep boop bop beep boop boop beep boop boop beep boop bop boop beep boop beep boop bop beep beep boop boop bop boop. I can't go beep boop bop forever. Oh Lord. Hi, 聞こえるか皆さん? Sorry for being a bit late. I ended up doing some karaoke on my own. I was having fun doing karaoke since 8 o'clock. Lol. はい。ちょっと待ってて。Game screen on. Ah, there we are. I'm alive. She alive. Oh, boy. Let me grow up a bit. There we go. Alright. Good evening. Magandang gabi sa inyong lahat. Konbanwa. My name is Anzu. I am an apricot that delivers packages from me to you. And today's package delivery is none other than the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. That's right, everybody. We're going to continue from where we left on last season. Alright. Hello, Pakong. Hello, Pakapakapong. Okay, continue. Suzuku. Yes, I think this is where we stopped from. Well, it would seem this confession could... Ah, god darn it. Okay, hold on. Okay, I can explain. Ito. ちょっと待ってね。これですかな? I think it's this one. Hold on, just a moment. Just a moment. God, okay. I'll explain why. I had to play the game, but I didn't read anything at all, just to find some kind of frame that I could use for the thumbnail. And I think it might have auto-saved. Oh, hold on. Oh my god. No, please, no. Blessing, no. Oh, please, no, don't do this to me. Maybe it's this one? It's a shorter time, so maybe it was this one. Okay, let's try the autosave one. I think it's this one. Could be. I think? Oh no, I don't remember. But anyway, did it do it to you? What did it do it to me? Who did what to me? Ha, nani kore? Oh no, this is as far as it goes. Okay. So I'm going to read it. Because I believe we stopped where when we found that he was who he was, sorry, yeah, the game safe passed where we were. Yeah, bae. So I'm gonna go back for you guys. Is it close to where I left? This one? This? Really? Oh, okay. Then we'll start from here. But basically we found out he Mr. Gossip, the big lip dude, is actually Vigil Daily, who is the missing husband of the wife who was looking for her missing husband. Wow. What an explanation. And we found out that he was renting out the room to Gregson, the apartment unit. Yeah. So, what else? We've been, I think, getting bits of information through him. Yeah, that's correct. Yeah. So he was doing this to keep his family in good comfort for being unemployed for 10 years, because we found out earlier that he actually doesn't work as a warden anymore. The wife thinks he still is, but we found out that, oh god, my headphones fell off. It fainted. Yabe. Okay, it's alive. So we found out he's not been employed at all for 10 years. So he's been doing the Mr. Gossip thing and the renting thing to earn money. There we go. Yeah. So let's go continue from here. Yeah. Ahem. It was some years after I'd invented Boone and begun my other life as a street seller. He, the inspector, that is, recognized me one day. Oh, so Gregson knew who he was.
Do you mean to say the victim was an acquaintance of yours?
Well, that's pretty interesting. I knew him from my time working at the prison. Oh. When he saw what I'd become, he was deeply troubled for me and my family. We stopped here? Oh, thank God. And from that day forward, he visited me on Fresno Street with increasing regularity. Oh, I forgot he's British. Then one day, he asked me if I would carry out a secret assignment for him.
A secret? What was it? I was to impersonate the inspector.
Why does he do that? What's with the hand movements here?
What? Impersonate him? We always met in that little room so the inspector could brief me. Visit all says tomorrow take a saber from the proprietors. It was always something along those lines. Surveillance work, interviewing people. On those occasions, he would lend me his identification so people would believe who I was. My instructions were to make an impression, to let people know that Inspector Gregson had been at work. And for those services, he compensated me financially. A Scotland Yard inspector willingly relinquished this identification into your care, with intent to deceive? Ho, ho, ho. That, as I'm sure I need not point out, is a very serious criminal offense.
Yeah, Gregson's already dead. Give him some slack, Judge Boy. Judgy. Judge Judy.
But why? What was the point of you impersonating him? I truthfully do not know. All I can say is that the inspector warned me on numerous occasions.
Greggy and his fish and chippies.
Now remember, Vigil, I need a solemn word. You don't blab about this to anyone, right? Ever. Even if I end up a croaker.
Ribbit. Oh, I can do a good frog impression.
In time, he started bringing papers with him to the room as well. It became something of a second office for him.
Maybe I should turn into a frog.
So, in fact,
the person who declared himself to be Inspector Gregson at the park on Lime Street was really...
Yes, it was me, acting on the inspector's orders. As usual, I removed my Boone disguise and then went as instructed to the park, armed with the inspector's identification book. It never occurred to me that the bruise on my neck might give me away.
Oh, hello there, Nishimiya-san. Love Anime Coast Guard. You're lucky G. That's kind of like lactate, but okay, that's intrusive thoughts. You chase a peach fishing boat at West Anzu Sea.
Good! Sink him! So cruel, sink right away.
Hello there, TPG, frog apricot, fricot, crokicot, hi, tyricot.
Rabbit. 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 Well. It's got better. Completely destroys the man's case.
I don't even know if that was captured properly, but anyway. It would seem this confession completely destroys the defense's case. Explain yourself, Prosecutor Asogi. My learned friend's assertion was as follows. The victim was killed at another location on the day before his corpse was discovered, at the hands of these two red-headed league men when they imprisoned the inspector.
Vigil did the thing, the tapping thing.
But no, that can't be. After all, it wasn't the inspector who went to the park that day. It was me.
They are harassing apricot fishing boats. So he decided to chase and use the water cannon. Good. Good. Now throw salt at them.
Oh goodness.
Finally we have the clarity. He's a French guy, right?
If he had nothing to do with the murder of the inspector.
And merci, Monsieur de la Fence. Oh, sorry. And merci, Monsieur de la Defense,
for proving it.
Hello there, Nectar. Peach, where's your mustache? You wanna know where my mustache is? I shaved it. That's what. Is it gonna grow back? Probably after a week or so. I don't know. Where's your mustache? Huh?
Order!
I'd like one piece chicken with rice and spaghetti, please. And a hash brown. And apple juice. And chicken nuggets. Please? Forcefully grows mustache on her face.
No! Get off of me!
Why? Don't touch my face. My face is my face. Get your own face. Get your face out of my face.
I forgot where that came from. I know it's a movie.
Get your face out of my face.
Indeed, it would appear that we have reached a de facto conclusion of sorts. These witnesses had no involvement in the murder of the victim, as proven somewhat ironically by the defense. Ho, ho. I hereby call an end to the cross-examination.
So, already?
Hold it!
Ha! Dong! Bonk! Bonk! Kodong! Oh, I like the BGM.
Oh. Oh. Pardon me, my lord, but with your permission, I would like to pose one further question to the witness.
Ah, nani ka na?
Kazuma? What question, counsel? It concerns the events of 10 years ago. I believe you would have been present at a very significant execution that was carried out at the time. 10 years ago?
Oh. Wait, what's 10 years ago? Ah, okay.
The execution of the professor, Genshin Asugi. I want to know exactly what your involvement was. Answer me, man!
Oh, I like this.
Answer me, man! Kotaera! One moment, counsel! Is this related to the current case?
Dot, 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 dot.
Naturally. もちろん。It is the prosecution's belief that this case and the events of 10 years ago are My English.
Inextricably linked. There we go. I dropped my English. I pick up my English.
Does the defense concur, Kenzil? Kazuma, you're not yourself. You're not as calm and collected as usual. Poor Kazuma-sama. No wonder he's acting this way. Mr. Vigil's memories of what happened 10 years ago would tell the tale of Genshin Asugi's last moments. His own father. I know. I do understand that. わかってるよ. But even so, Kazu, Prosecutor Asugi, do you genuinely believe that this question requires an answer in order to learn the truth behind Inspector Gregson's death? Indeed, I need you to trust me. Please. 私に信じられな、信じます。Right? That's 信じる。So 信じます。So 信じてください。お願い。Very well. Then the defense has no objection. なるほど。In that case, you will answer the question, witness. The truth is, 実は I remember very little of that time. その時のこと。あんまり思いません。You've forgotten? 忘れちゃったか。That's so informal though. 忘れましたか。I'm so sorry to say yes. 本当にごめんね。ごめんください。ごめんなさい。はい、そうです。As I said, I resigned from my role at the prison 10 years ago. But for some peculiar reason, my memory of the events leading up to that moment is extremely hazy.
Lion, he looks so pissed. Lion. It's like me when I miss a target. Does that not strike you as strange, Mr. Naruhodo?
Sorry?
Well, 10 years is a long time. But you have forgotten the reason why he left such an important job.
Yes, you're right. And not only that, Mr. Vigil's claim contradicts what we already know. The human spirit is a fragile thing. It's broken all too easily, which is why we have a tendency to wrap it up for protection. Sorry? Sorry? The human spirit? I'm afraid I didn't understand what you mean. When we experience pain and suffering that we feel unable to bear, we block it out, obliterate it from our memories, seal it away.
はい、そうです。
But it never truly leaves us. If the seal is broken, the memories resurface.
Hello, Celery. How are you? Hope you've been sticky.
It is flooding. Oh my god.
Oh, do take care, ne? Hi, do take care. Don't let the currents take you away. Hi, stand your ground. Hi. What about you? I'm okay. My area is not prone to flooding, so we don't have floods in my area, even if the rain is strong. So, I'm totally fine. Hi. So. You guys take care. Don't die. We produce need to stick alive together. Vegetable, fruit, friends. Yes? Yes. We receive flood warnings along Anzu Street. No! Bro, EDSA is flooding like crazy. Oh yeah, it is. I saw in the news. For my foreign viewers, EDSA is like this major road in the Philippines. Right now, it's currently like flooded, yo. I live far from that area, so I only knew about that because of the news. But it's flooded as hell. Yeah.
But I really don't know. I mean, I really don't.
It's getting harder? Really? In my area, it's only mild rain. It's far from, I guess, where the main affected areas are at the moment. Yeah. You take care, Serenity. Don't believe in me. You're so lucky. Well, it has some cons. My place is kind of far from businesses, so I used to work somewhere along EDSA in the past, so my commute is like at least 2 hours in the past when work was face to face. Yeah, so pros and cons. My area is predominantly residential, that's why. Yeah. So, and that's only one way, 2 hours going there. And then going back home is like 3 hours because of the traffic, or more. Depends. Yeah. Kazuma-sama.
But if it must be crushed, then so be it. Because the truth will not stay buried. It's coming out one way or another.
That's true. As Shinichi Kudo of Detective Conan says, you can't hide the truth from me.
Right. Now I understand. It's clear what his intentions are. He means to expose the truth at any cost. Perhaps if I pointed out the contradiction in what Mr. Vigil claimed earlier, it might cause some crucial memories to return to him. Or should I? Should I present the evidence or not?
Do it.
I have no idea how this is going to go. But this is a court of law, and I have a duty to pursue the truth. Mr. Vigil, I'd like you to take a look at this. Evidence that clearly contradicts your version of events.
What the? Wait, I don't remember. A note of introduction on behalf of President. No, not this one. Reprimand incurred by Mr. Vigil. Oh, is it this one? Hold on. Yeah, this one. I think we will. Oh, he helped the professor escape, I think. Or a convict. Yeah. Alright, this is what we need. Yeah.
Take that!
Just a few moments ago, you made the following statement. I resigned from my role at the prison 10 years ago. Well, yes. In other words, oh my god, my avatar. When zoom. You claim to have left the post of Chief Warden of your own volition. Well, yes, of course. Why? Tell me.
Do you remember seeing this document before?
No, I don't. This is a dismissal notice ordering the immediate termination of a prison staff member's employment. A dismissal notice? And the name on the notice is yours, Mr. Vigil. What? It's mine? So you didn't resign from the prison service after all? For some reason you were dismissed as chief warder from Barclay. No, there's been some mistake. I am sure. I'm sure I tendered my resignation. This dismissal notice is nonsense. Isn't it?
Oh, that's how exactly I look like if I got a headache, lol. Or after seeing my salary.
If you were forcibly dismissed, there must have been good reason. Clearly, you did something. Mr. Vigil, it's time to break the seal and have you remember. According to the few remaining records, the final execution that you supervised was on 17th June, 10 years ago. And on that day, something very serious took place at Barclay Prison. The 17th of June. Was that the professor's execution? Professor...
Oh, welcome back, Nishimiya-san. You can't chat at your stream because the typing bar is missing. Whoa, that's weird. I wonder why.
As you were the chief warder at the time, it stands to reason that you would have been present throughout the proceedings. It does sound familiar. And yet, that execution never took place. The convict ostensibly executed earlier that day later re-emerged from his grave. The convict came back to life? In the cemetery in the middle of the night, there was a witness. However, the witness claims that a moment after he saw the convict clambering out of his grave, a gunshot rang out from over his shoulder. And the bullet pierced the professor's chest, killing him instantly.
Kapow!
This may have been the professor's actual last moments. Yes. Yes. Seeing as you were in charge of overseeing executions at the time, you must know the truth about what really happened. It's in your head, somewhere deep down.
Look deep inside. 6 crates of illegal shipment of nectarines? Well, you can eat them. It would be a shame to burn them or throw them away. So you're in charge of eating them now, Nishimiya-san.
Well, Chief Warder Daily Vigil, I know there are memories in your head that can explain what happened on 17th June 10 years ago. And now it's now it's time for you to drag them up. Mr. Vigil? Yes. The whole prison. It was complete chaos. The prisoner escaped. He was killed in the cemetery. The shocking news ripped through Berkeley like a hurricane. What? Do you mean to say, Mr. Vigil, that your memories of the time have returned? Ho, ho. My head, it's like some floodgates have been opened. The images, the screams.
Oh my goodness.
The papers. There were reports, articles about a man who'd seen ghosts. Yes, Enoch Drebber. But for sure those reports were exaggerated.
Yeah, Santa Claus is the judge tonight. He's studying law or practicing it when it's not Christmas.
There were traces at the scene.
Traces of what?
In Lowgate Cemetery, at Plot number 139. Blood. Lots of blood. That's where the man was buried, of course. Obviously, something terrible had happened there. The depths of conspiracy and depravity from which this tale is emerging are quite staggering. Ho, ho. I've reviewed the police reports from the time extensively. A thorough investigation was conducted by Scotland Yard to ascertain how the convict managed to escape in the first place. And the conclusion reached by the investigating team was that a member of the prison staff must have been involved. Are you suggesting that a prison warden abetted the man's bid for freedom? Yes. Yes, and I was suspected of doing it. Of using that mass murderer's execution as a way to help him escape.
You did what?
I remember now. The horror of it all is going back to me. One evening, a few days after the execution, some detectives came to the prison.
Oh, okay, he's spitting kind of faster. I can't do it. Cuckoo birds. Oh, my neck. I heard my neck crack. Naughty cut.
I was called to the governor's office at the top of the watchtower.
Mr. Armstrong.
I'm sorry, Dele. This is a serious business, but I can't help you, no. As chief warder, you were responsible for overseeing the execution of all, eh? Well, it seems the fellows at Scotland Yard want to have a few wee words with you about it. You better pack your things, laddie. You're to attend in person.
Oh, it's going faster.
As soon as he told me that, my mind just went completely blank. And the next thing I know, hi! The professor, the most hated killer in the country's history. And I let him escape. I'm finished. My life.
Wait, did she jump?
It's over! Oh.
How was that? Was the voice acting there okay?
Order! Bailiff!
I sound like I'm saying bay leaf, you know, the herb.
Fetch a doctor at once! What is adjourned for today with immediate effect?
Bay leaf!
So, with Mr. Vigil's collapse, proceedings came to an abrupt end for the day.
Oh, thank God it's voiced.
Once again overshadowed by the legacy of that notorious killer, appearing like a
F's
cursed
in the
ghost
chat
ship
for
on
Vigil
a
song.
foggy ocean. Lord Van Zeeks, Mr. Vigil, Kazuma, and Gregson.
Greggy.
All of them bound by invisible chains anchored to the same wreckage in the murky depths of the past. But the miraculous light that had been trying to cut through the gloom and shine on those tragic events
Oh, so poetic. I
was
like it.
playing on the edges of the truth at last.
Wow. No, I was close to the to be continued mark last time. I didn't know. I was just too tired to go on. Hi. If anyone can clip the screaming part, I'd like to review that for future reference. Save! Of course, my blood, my boy. Let save in number 2. Yes, yes. Oh, yes. Very cute. That would be my new alarm. My screaming voice. Yes. Or my new ringtone every time someone dare to call me. Yes. Yes. 2nd of November, 3:38 p.m. Shom Sweet. I still can't quite believe what just happened. I know. I inquired with the bailiff after the court session was adjourned. And it seems Mr. Vigil was taken to hospital to recover.
Right.
Aye, my lads. 10 years ago now, Mr. Vigil attempted to commit suicide. I don't know if I can say that in YouTube. Suicide by jumping out of the window of the prison governor's office. Clip. Oh, thank you very much, TPG.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Oh, yeah.
But ever since then, he's completely blocked the memory of those events from his mind. Nobody knew his secret. Not his family, not even the man himself. But I forced it out in the open. Was it wrong of me to do that? Did I overstep my mark? The mark, I wonder. Oh, Iris!
You were miles away. Anyway, I brewed a fresh pot of soothing teeth for you.
Oh, thank you.
You and Susie have had an exhausting day so far, haven't you?
Oh. Thank you, Iris. How thoughtful of you.
Do you happen to know where Mr. Sholmes is?
When we came out of the courtroom back into the defendant's antechamber, he disappeared.
Oh, so I don't know. He just suddenly sprang to his feet and left. All he said was, I must leave.
I wonder if he's pursuing the mystery of Inspector Gregson's death.
Well, you know what Hurley's always saying, don't you? There are mysteries in this world that should perhaps never be solved. For the construction of a solution comes only at the expense of the destruction of something else.
What does that mean?
He knows very well, and when you open someone else's old wounds, you often open your own too. But he just can't take his own advice and leave well alone. Solving mysteries is too important to him.
That's so true.
But it's what I like about Hurley after all.
I suppose that's the lot of a great detective in some ways.
So then, let's have tea. And then I'll give you a hand.
Oh, do you have time, Iris?
Yes, I finished this month's manuscript at last, with barely a day to spare before the deadline.
Oh, I'm so looking forward to it. A brand new story to read in the Adventures of Herlock shows.
You know, I always hide Hurley's viola in the days before I have a deadline.
You do? Ah, poor Mr. Sholmes. I'm sure that's very wise, Iris. How sensible of you.
Now then, my dear fellows, let's make a plan of action before we continue our investigation. Hehe. Hehe.
Iris,
So, how did it go in court this morning?
Well, we still don't know the truth about what really happened, but one thing's increasingly clear. Lord Van Zieks definitely didn't do it.
Oh, goody.
Yes, that's right. We managed to uncover several new facts as well.
Oh, really?
Honto desu ka? And there was another development too. Kazuma. Yes, it's quite clear now that Kazuma-sama is not himself. The way he's acting, it's almost as if he's possessed. I know. I mean, at the end of the proceedings earlier, he was like a bloodhound the way he was chasing down Mr. Vigil's forgotten past. He's not normally so mercilessly persistent. Oi? Nande oi? Nan to imasu ka? Doshita? Nani ga arimasu ka? Oshiete yo, minna. Nande? Doshita? Genki desu ka? What's going on in his head, I wonder? I really need to sit down with Kazuma and try to understand what he's going through.
The Reaper's innocent hopes.
If Braxton was really murdered the day before his body was discovered, then Lord Van Zieks has to be innocent, you see.
What? The day before? Well, that should be easy enough to work out just by examining the corpse, surely.
Yes, you would expect so. But curiously, no time of death was included in the autopsy report.
That is curious.
There are still unanswered questions about Lord Van Zieks, though, aren't there? Do you mean? I mean, what was he doing there on Fresno Street that day, in the first place? Well, according to the man's testimony, he said he was investigating Inspector Gregson, didn't he? It turns out that little room was actually the inspector's secret office.
Oh, that sounds like it has all the makings of a wonderfully devilish plot.
But then, why was that notice board in there covered in those particular papers? Papers about cases with a link to the Reaper. I'm starting to get a bad feeling about all this. So many questions, so little time.
What you reckon, TPJ? I wanna be the very best who can answer them all. Dun dun dun. Gregson's dead, and then Van Zeeks is the suspect for this. Oh no, I don't know a word that would rhyme with all. In this ball. Objection! Van Zeeks is innocent. Gregson died the day before. Objection. Whoa, hey, my best friend. Let's fight for the truth till the end. Objection. Gotta answer them all. It's true. The truth will always pull through. You teach me and I teach you. Objection. Oh god, okay, I'm running out of words. Find out next time on Dragon Ball Z. Let be your power! And then he misses on the next episode, and then a whole other fight scene happens that will be continued next week. Yeah.
Oh dear, that sounds more like something horribly devilish.
We must start by looking into Inspector Gregson's movements of late.
Greggy's movementos. Have a break. Have a Kit Kat.
This video is not sponsored by KitKat or any affiliated other product similar to or is. Maybe someday.
Hey Kit Kat, you hear me? I love you, Kit Kat.
Boy, I'm here. I exist. I'm good at selling stuff, I think. Well, at least convincing people, I think. I always convince them to buy things I like too. I'm here. The walls have ears, they say. I never imagined I might have to be investigating an inspector's movements. Well, according to the entry in his diary, he was carrying out an incognito investigation of the Red-Headed League the day before his death.
Oh, you mean he was doing the same as Hurley?
Oh no, what if Hurley is the killer? Well, I doubt it though. I don't think he has motive. Unless he killed Gregson to take over the office and live there. And use Gregson's retirement money to pay off the rent. Because he can't afford his own rent. Oh, conspiracy. Well, Mr. Sholmes was trying to apply, whereas the inspector was supposed to be investigating. I do wish it had been the other way around. Anyway, as it turns out, the inspector who went to investigate the Red-Headed League that day wasn't actually Gregson at all. It was Mr. Vigil, in possession of Gregson's identification.
You know what that sounds like to me? Establishing an alibi.
Oh my! Yes, you're absolutely right, Iris. But why would Gregson need an alibi? It would appear that the inspector had something to do that he wished to keep secret.
It's okay, baby Uhtred.
Baby Uhtred just went through my feet and he's like click click, stares at mama and then lies down. Cute little breath.
I don't believe it. I always thought he was just a harmless lover of fish and chips.
But perhaps they were seasoned with something a little more potent than salt and vinegar. I think perhaps we should try to move away from food analogies. Well, anyway, if Lord Van Zeeks felt the need to investigate Gregson, yes, I agree. We must try to find out what he knows. Dun dun dun. Mr. Vigil's condition. Conditioner. Do you guys use conditioner? I hope you do. If you don't, I'm judging you.
No. Nah, just joking. Actually, it's not good, they say, to use it all the time, for what I hear. I know, I could be wrong.
You do sometimes. Yeah, sometimes it's okay. I think all the time it will make your hair fall off or too flat. That's what they say.
Vigil, you say?
Virgil! What you doing here, boy? Go attend to your son. Look at his arm. He needs more training. Go, Virgil. Be good dad. Oi, stop trying to kill your son. And get along with your brother Dante.
Isn't that the name of the lady who came to visit Hurley yesterday?
That's right. To ask Mr. Sholmes if he would help her to find her missing husband. Only Mr. Sholmes completely passed the buck to us. Actually, didn't you say that Mr. Vigil had been taken to hospital? Do you know which one? Ah, it's Saint Sinners. It's always the sinners. I'm starting to wonder if all the other hospitals in London have closed them.
That's amazing, Bruno. You found the lady's husband already.
Well, I suppose I have. By accident. And 10 years ago, while Mr. Vigil was the chief warder of the prison, he was responsible for overseeing the professor's incarceration.
No.
So when the convict escaped, he was held responsible and immediately dismissed.
Oh, sometimes I really don't want to grow up.
There's more. For 10 years after that, while he was ostensibly working as a peddler, he also had another secret job. He was paid by Gregson to be his stand-in, to impersonate the inspector.
To impersonate Grexy? But why?
I have absolutely no idea.
Huh? Ginny was right. I'm starting to think all adults are up to no good now. Including you, Bruno.
I haven't paid anyone to impersonate me. That means he has ties to the professor and to Inspector Gregson now. So I do think we ought to pay a visit to Mr. Virgil, don't you? What you reckon? Back to St. Sinners then. We're gonna go to the place where all the sinners are being held.
Well, I think it's clear what we need to do, isn't it? Let us investigate, my dear fellows.
Oh, Iris! You're even more enthusiastic than usual today.
If anyone has anything to hide, my special Wilson shooting iron will soon set them straight.
That water pistol? Ah, wait, they're British. That water pistol?
It's stuffed full of a piping hot extra special blend of mine.
Then I'm quite sure it will be very effective. I'd better be careful not to hide anything then. Well, it feels a little strange that Mr. Sholmes is nowhere to be seen, but still, let's go and see what we can find there.
Yes.
Yes. Ho, ho. You know, I dreamed of being able to produce two voices at the same time and having them say separate things, but I feel like maybe that's just a dream of fiction. I don't think it's possible. Unless I'm a monster. Yes, 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 yes. 2nd November, St. Sinners Hospital, Ward 3.
Where is Vigil-san?
Vigil-san? Vigil-sama! どこにいるかVigil様どこ
One voice coming out of your mouth, the other from your mouth.
ミラクル
Ah, patient treatment notes. What do they say, I wonder? Endlessly obliging. What? I suppose that's referring to the patient in this bed. I would think so. And until Mr. Vigil's a little more stable, it's probably just as well that he has a kindly person in the neighboring bed. The endlessly part is a little worrying though, isn't it? I mean, what if Mr. Vigil suddenly declares that he'd like to take a trip out the window? Would this endlessly obliging patient simply open it for him and say, "Be my guest"? Let's check the doctor later. He has a point though. He has a point. Is this his med? These must be the patient's treatment notes. Let's see. Tendency to jump from windows. Remember to place cushion at base of wall outside. Aren't we a story up from the ground here? Oh dear. Poor Mr. Vigil. I can't help feeling that there's a better solution to the problem than a cushion though. Finding something you lost isn't always a happy experience, it turns out. Pursuing the truth can be a very dark business sometimes, can it? Yes, I'm afraid it can. In it? In it? The game has a dark sense of humor. Hits you like a truck. True. That's absolutely true. This notice caught my eye before, actually. I suppose it's some sort of slogan for the ward? A cheerful welcome message, perhaps? Let's see. Pay with good cheer, live with good cheer. Well, look at that. You were spot on, Mr. Sato. It is full of cheer. I wonder how many discharged patients pay their medical bills with good cheer, though. Itai. Once I had to have a very painful injection when I fell ill with a cold. I felt awful already, so why did I have to suffer the sting of the injection as well as the bill? I yelled at the doctor. Oh dear, what terrible treatment. Medical bills, oh my god, they're no joke. Ooh. They're one of the most painful things in your life besides a tuition fee. There are all sorts of medicines in this cabinet, look. I'm not sure if it's safe leaving them in reach for everyone like this. Yes, you're right. I can imagine if you were peckish, you might try some of the pills. Well, at least there seems to be a little lock to secure the cabinet window. I don't imagine that would stop you if you were hungry. I worry that you'd break the lock. Hunger doesn't turn me into the criminal, you know, Mr. Sato. I'm starting to sound like Sholmes. Yeah, I'm becoming Sholmes. Nani sore? There's a lot of bottles in that cabinet there, aren't there? Do you think it's safe to keep them there? If you were a patient here, I feel sure you'd take some medicine by mistake when you were half asleep. That is a worry. But at least the cabinet has a lock, even if it's only a flimsy-looking one. Oh, I have no doubt you'd manage to unlock that somehow while you were half... when you were half asleep as well. There are limits even to what I can do when I'm half asleep, you know, Mr. Sato. Caught the burglar in his sleeping. Crutches. Hey, look. A pair of crutches. Crutches? Before we came to Vigil,
I hadn't realized they were used here as well.
I imagine they were imported into Japan from Great Britain in the first place.
Oh, so no one in all of Japan broke a leg before their arrival? Anyway, the sight of these things doesn't bring back good memories of me.
Oh dear. Did you injure yourself once and need to use some?
When I was little, I thought they looked fun, so I borrowed a pair to play with. But then I slipped and sprained my ankle.
I see.
They contain powerful magic, those wooden staffs, the power to heal and the power to harm.
I think a certain cheeky little boy managed to cause the harm all by himself. Wow, I'm a cheeky little boy. I'm a real boy. Oh.
If you know that, then that means you've watched Shrek. I'm a boy. Oh. That seems to be everything, but there doesn't seem to be anyone to... how do I put it? To talk to? Do we go to the prison? I don't know if we have something to say to him. To Van Ziki. Ziki. I guess we could. Maybe we'll learn something.
November, local prison cell 1.
Lord Van Zix is reading a book. Look.
He doesn't seem like he wants visitors, does he?
But he must have noticed that we're here, surely. Oi, Van Zix! Koyo! Oh, he came. What do you Nipponese want? That's no way to greet the lawyer who's trying his hardest to prove your innocence. In it? Oh. Perhaps not. I apologize. So what can I do for you, Mr. Naruhodo?
Lord Van Zix, speaking earnestly. The fog will lift over London for the first time in months tomorrow.
This does feel very, very strange.
Strange. 変なの.
I must say I was impressed. Oh, well, thank you. Not by you, by your fellow Nipponese. Your prosecutor friend. Oh, I see. Yes. For Naruhodo. It's sardonic, don't you think? It's sardonic, don't you think? For a man such as me, so loathing of the Nipponese, to be entirely at the mercy of the two of you. I suppose it's retribution for having played the part of the Reaper all these years.
Played the part? 何? どういう意味?
Ooh, what a nice BGM. Dun, 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 dun. This is the BGM I'd imagine at home if I felt like someone was breaking into the house and sneaking in the hallway.
Oh yeah.
You once told me that you gladly allowed people to believe you were the Reaper because it helped reduce the amount of serious crime that took place in London. If keeping quiet and playing the part benefits the cause, a cause I myself is committed at pursuing, then why would I choose to say anything? But the henchman of a criminal killed by the Reaper attacked you only the other day. And that was just the most recent of many attempts on your life, wasn't it? Someone is clearly profiting from your silence about all this. Someone is using you. Can't you see? You bloke? Believe me, ever since the Reaper first appeared, I've been doing my utmost to expose him. Or rather, expose the organization.
Oh, it's a group.
Ah, it's a whole organization. It's inconceivable that all those accidents were orchestrated by one man. No. The Reaper always appears to have very accurate information about the accused in each case, which can only mean that somebody at Scotland Yard is involved. Oh my god, what if... Do you think Gregson is part of the Reapers? Because he works like quietly where nobody knows about certain cases, and then he has his informant, Mr. Vigil. Oh my god, do you think he's a Reaper? Holy...
My brain. My brain! Gregson, where's your fish and chippies when we need them?
Somewhat at... You can't mean... It's taken me many years, but I finally identified the central figure in this Reaper organization.
Oh,
Tobias Gregson. Oh my god, I called it! Greggy, why you murder these people? Tobias Gregson.
or is it Tobias? I still don't know if it's Tobias or Tobias.
No. No! Gregson? The Reaper?
Is this a... Oh, wait, I just realized. Is this like a reference to Jack the Reaper?
So, the reason you were investigating Inspector Gregson is because you intended to expose him as a Reaper.
Most pronounce it Tobias. Ah, okay, so Tobias.
Okay. Tobias. Gregson. Here, boy. I got fishy chippies. Come here, boy. Woohoo. Gregson. Gregsy. Where are you, boy?
If you had a dog named Gregson, that's how you call him back.
It's fish and chips, my boys, my lads. Mate.
As I said, the Reaper of the Bailey is no single person. It's a highly secret organization with close ties to Scotland Yard, but there's no doubt that Gregson was a very key member of that organization. I don't believe it.
Are you saying that Gregsy, that he was behind all those awful criminals meeting there?
Gregson didn't do the dirty work himself.
Oh.
He was the tactician. His job was to covertly investigate the marks and plot the assassinations. In order to do that without arousing suspicion, he regularly needed a firm alibi. Which is where Mr. Vigil came in, posing as the inspector. Vigil knows nothing of the Reaper, but the room he rents on Fresno Street was almost certainly the headquarters of the operation. Gregson would have met the assassin there for briefing.
So we don't actually know who carried out the killings then.
Actually, I do have a name.
Oh, 誰かな? Don't tell me it's Iris. Just joke. Oh. Is it Herlock Sholmes? No. I could be wrong. I'm wrong.
You are? Well, If you can name the man, you have the true identity of the people already then. Or if I can name the woman.
She a woman?
Oh, it's not one.
Makes sense. He knows all the cases. He's always there when they die.
Aha, naruhodo, you have explaining.
She a woman?
Time. Madame who? Who could... Oh, wait. Could it be Mrs. Vigil? She's the only other woman so far that's... Or is it Dr. Scythe? Or the daughter? Those are the other female characters I can remember. Oh. She's a young woman by the name of Assassin.
A Nipponese. Who the hell's Assassin?
Asa is morning.
Shin is either the knee or maybe like upon to shinu, die in the morning. Genie? Nah, I doubt it. Oh, assassin! I get it. You're right. Assassin. Oh my god, I like that joke in Stick of Truth, like South Park Stick of Truth, because brother played it and I was sitting in with him. And it was about the ninjas. And then they're basically the city ninjas. But then they use the Japanese pronunciation of those words. So it comes out as shitty ninjas. And then it's funny because they show you that the ninjas speak Korean. So it makes it all more complicated. Like, what?
Assassin.
Wait, what? Sorry, that's Ryunosuke. Wait, what? Shin?
死んでみる
Miss Assassin. The true name of a terrifying killer I know only too well.
Wait, it's her? Huh? But isn't she dead? She's dead already, right? She was the victim of one of the cases where Susato, I think, stepped in. Was it? No, I can't remember. But anyway, she was dead, right? She's dead. The one who killed
Iris's father. She came to Japan posing as a visiting student and murdered Dr. John H. Wilson. Then, just when it seemed that diplomatic protection would help her escape Japan and conviction, the mysterious woman was herself murdered in a small summer beach hall.
ninjas are good pretending dead. Oh, but no, she was legit dead. Like she had an autopsy already because there was an autopsy report and stuff.
And that woman was actually the Reaper of the Baile. Oh my god! Mr. Naruhodo, this perhaps isn't the place to discuss. No, of course. We can't mention it here. The fact that she killed John H. Wilson. Because Iris doesn't know, and it's very likely that the man was her father. Assassin. I should let father know at once. Yes, I agree.
Papa. Oh. Assassin is the girl who killed John H. Wilson. Papa, where are you?
Prosecutor Asuki. Kazuma, isn't it? Kazuma Asuki. You say he's a friend of yours. My best friend. He's the whole reason I got to come to Britain. It was all on his merits. I have nothing but respect for him. Yes, I understand that only the very best students are selected for such opportunities. And I had a fine demonstration of how sharp he is in the proceedings earlier today. He missed nothing. In fact, his flawless performance was very much reminded me of his father, Genshin Asugi, the professor. It's true that the aristocracy at the time was the root of numerous grave societal problems. And they were abusing their power, playing with the common man as pawns in politics, economics, in war. War.
Luigi.
In many ways, Asugi was carving out a canker from society that we British couldn't deal with ourselves.
Luigi.
Sorry, intrusive thoughts. I see. But that's precisely why it makes no sense. Clint Van Zieks was a noble and upstanding man. He wasn't corrupt. Why did that damn Nipponese have to go and take my brother's life? In spite of having once saved mine.
Wow.
He saved your life? How did that happen? Can't believe Waluigi murdered everyone.
Luigi.
Well, it's the least suspected one. Why do you think he wasn't in Smash? Maybe, just maybe, he was in court or already in prison, and Nintendo couldn't have him be part of the roster because of that. Because he's a convict. Whoa! Whoa! Who knows? Who knows? Right? Maybe he was already arrested. And that's why he wasn't there. Ho ho ho! Saving your life, saving your life. Saving your life. It was 10 years ago on a foggy night. What was to be the professor's final strike had sent a wave of panic through the capital. So Clint Van Zieks had already been killed at this point then. Not like this. Genshin and I were walking down some back streets at late hour. Of course, at that point, I had no idea of the true nature of the man at my side. All of a sudden, whooshing, whooshing, whooshing. Don't make me peep. You're coming with us. Whoa! Whoa! Look at the young Van Zieks on the right. And oh my god, no wonder Kazuma is handsome. Look at his dad. Look at his dad. If his dad was a widow, I'd totally sign up. Look at those twins. Nani kore? Handsome old man. Look at that. Whoa. We were surrounded. All of our assailants were armed with pistols, their faces obscured by scarves. Clint was not only from noble heritage, he was a brilliant prosecutor as well. The scum of London hated the sight of him, and they had no sympathy for his younger brother either. I'd been targeted several times before already. Yay, Van Zieks, alright, we got him! I could hear them murmuring amongst themselves. I know they were after me. But just when I thought my time had come... Oh no, I don't know how to give a voice to Papa Asugi. If I let them kill you, Clint will never forgive me. It was Asugi's voice, just a whisper in my ear. After that, I don't remember exactly what happened. The next thing I knew, there was silence all around. Genshin lay on the cobbled street. Blood was seeping from his left hand. He'd shielded me.
Nice. Wow. Maybe I should have become Kazuma-sama's mama instead. Anyway.
2 days later, they arrested him. On suspicion of being London's most notorious mass murderer ever, the Professor.
How awful for you.
All at once, I lost the brother I revered, and the foreign friend I had in such high regard. I'm so sorry, Lord Van Zix.
Wow.
That's the end of my miserable tale. I never thought I'd recount it to anyone. Well, thank you for confiding in me. Trusting in me.
Hey guys. There's something I want to show.
You remember Uhtred?
Hey guys.
Imagine if he smiled or Soroshi. So, ne?
Hey guys, look. It's baby Uhtred.
I was wondering why he was so quiet. So I took a sneak peek around and I was like, wait a minute. I'm not gonna pat him. He'll remove himself from that position. It's so cute. Whenever he sleeps and it's cold or he's relaxed, he looks like that. Yeah. So cute.
Such a baby.
Too bad I can't make the camera go a little farther. This is the maximum reach I can go. Let's go a little higher. There we go. Look at him in all his glory. So cute, right? Well, thank you for the watering. Today's drink is a coffee, and yeah, I'll stretch after. Breb the loaf. Yes, this is Uhtred of Beban bread. Hi. Uhtred of Beban bread. Look at him. Such a mighty loaf. So cute. I knew it. Uhtred is more popular than I am. Every time it's a dog cam viewing spikes up. You guys love him. He loves you too. And yeah, thank you for your continued support, guys, especially over Twitch. I use part of the money there to what do you call this? To pay for his dog food. Oh, look at him. Well, not just him. For those who don't know, I actually have 2 corgis. The other one's in the living room. His name's Citric. He's more of Mama's dog, my mom's dog. So yeah, I pay for the pet expenses. So thank you guys. You're technically their stepfather and mother or something like that. Dog cam is a stream now. Well, sometimes I want to do a doggy stream where it's just Uhtred. But I don't know. I don't know how to do it. And all he does is sleep, eat, and play around. He sleeps a lot. And then he talks a lot too. Yeah. Alright. Okay. My hand is dying, so say bye-bye now. Such a cutie dog. Yeah, put back the cam. Go over my monitor. There we go. There we go. Hold on.
You're gonna fall off. Please don't fall off. There we go. Alright. さあ、ちょ、今日ってばい。Okay, where are we? Yeah, I spaced out for a moment. Brain functioned too much. I wonder just how intimately related they all are. I still can't quite believe that Gregson was essentially the Reaper, giving assassination orders to Giselle Brett. Mr. Naruhodo, let's go and inform my father. Oh my god, I hope your dad is alive. I'm sure our government will want to hear about this new information.
Oh, that means I got to meet your daddy, Susie. Hooray.
Yes, alright. Let's head back to the Great Waterloo Hotel then. Waterloo, da-da-da. Isn't that a song? I think by ABBA. Waterloo. Oh, and I'm planning to have a karaoke stream maybe next week. Yeah, next week will be good. Yeah. I mean, this incoming Saturday, sorry. No, why Saturday? Incoming, Sunday. Ah, ちょっと, wait, no. If I do it on a Sunday, I'll figure it out. Maybe either Saturday or Sunday, I'm gonna do a karaoke stream. I was having karaoke before stream today. I missed it. 2nd November, Great Waterloo Hotel foyer.
Yeah, it'll be fun, right?
I thought it yesterday, and I think it again today. This place is so princely. It's a wild guess, but I have a feeling you'll think the same tomorrow too.
My tea has a finer fragrance than whatever they're serving in the tea room here, though. Wouldn't you say?
Ah, look who we have here. This is an unacceptable pleasure. Who are you?
Oh, it's Papa. Papa Susato. Ah, Father!
Father!
Oh, is this your daddy, Susie? How lovely!
Susato's dad is like, who the hell's this kid? What a charming young lady, and you are! Oh, really? So you're the author of The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes, are you?
That's me, Iris Wilson. Your service, sir. Susie's been such a wonderful friend to me over the last year, you know?
Well, Miss Wilson, I must say I read your work regularly with much interest. Iris actually lives with Mr. Shibbs, you know, Father. Is that so? Well, perhaps that goes some way to explain that bright look in your eyes. You wouldn't be smiling so airily if you know just how bright she is, believe me. Now then, young Naruhodo, it was a pleasure seeing you in action earlier. As an invitee of the symposium, I was allowed to observe from the gallery after I twisted some arms. And I must say, it was a truly exemplary performance. Oh, well, thank you very much. Although I'm fairly sure you omitted by Kazuma on the end there. Oh, no. Please don't misunderstand. It was you who impressed me. Honto desu ka? Really? You didn't miss a step against Asugi, and we all know how capable he is. Really, to have matured into such a fine defense lawyer in less than a year is quite extraordinary. It's very kind of you to say so. And really nice to hear. Ho ho. Yeah, I know. Naruhodo is relatable to me. I'm not used to compliments either. It's like, are you sure? Maybe it's just that all the other people make me look better, or it's understandable. I relate to Naruhodo.
I forgot the stretch. There we go.
Backbone unleashed.
Ta-da-dun-dun.
Hey, where were we?
What I saw in court today confirmed what I've been hoping for. The favor I mentioned yesterday, Naruhodo, I trust you haven't forgotten?
Oh, no, you did mention something, didn't you?
But first, we have something to report, Father. Of course. Shall we take tea while we discuss matters further? I wonder where Judge Jikoku has got to.
Oh no, is the judge dead? I hope not. Please, son, no. Please, son, no.
Father, do you know about the so-called Reaper of the Valley? I've heard rumors. Some members of the judiciary explained it all to me yesterday. Of course, when I was visiting student here in London, the Reaper was yet to emerge. Right, he didn't appear until after the case when when the visiting students had already returned home. Lord Van Zix, who was in the dock today. That was Baroque, the young brother of Clint Van Zix, I believe.
And that's right. And he's known throughout London as the Reaper, as you've heard. But the truth is, it wasn't him behind all of these mysterious deaths. It was somebody else.
I see. So what you're saying is there's been a professional killer at work here?
Exactamundo, Papa Sato.
Somebody by the name of Assassin, in fact. I beg your pardon. Did you say Assassin? You mean that Giselle Brett woman who was responsible for killing my great friend?
Oh no! A friend of yours was killed?
Oh no! Shield your ears, child! This is not the time to know! Professor Mikotoba, I think perhaps we should discuss things right now. Because the friend the professor is talking about is Dr. John H. Wilson. And that's not something we want Iris to find out. Not like this, anyway.
I've just remembered. Biscuits! This hotel has the most delicious looking biscuits.
That was rather out of the blue. She's doing this deliberately.
I think I'll go and see if I can purchase some. I wonder, would you like to come too, Iris?
Yes! You just tried to leave me behind.
Good job! Good job! So, that young girl is called Iris Wilson, is she? Yes, that's right. And she's the author of all those adventure stories starting great detective shows? But the name of the credited author isn't Iris, is it? It's Dr. John H. Wilson. Yes, I know. That's the name of her father, you see. Her father? Dr. John H. Wilson.
Wait a minute. It just occurred to me. Why couldn't they just talked about it in Japanese? Well, I guess maybe there would be a chance that maybe Iris knows Japanese. But I don't know. Maybe. I mean, she is a quite bright child. She might have known. Good job, Susato.
I was deeply indebted to the man for all the kindness he showed me during my time in London. That's why I was keen to reciprocate and invite him to the Imperial Yume University 4 years ago.
Yeah, it's kind of sus too, I guess. Like, Iris would be like, why is everyone speaking in Japanese? I guess she'll catch on.
But he was murdered last year by Giselle Brett. Why? Why would the hand of the Reaper stretch all the way to Japan? Japan. Iris knows nothing about that case. But it seems very likely that the victim, Dr. Wilson, was her father. Well, I can't say that we ever spoke about his family, so I don't know if he had a daughter or not. But I think I can say with some certainty that he was never the great detective's partner.
So, it could have been another Dr. Wilson, you think? What you reckon, sir?
Well, John and Wilson are both common names after all. Still, it's probably best not to mention this to the young lady until we can be sure.
That's what we thought, yes.
We're back with cinnamon biscuits. Woohoo!
Oh, they smell delicious, Iris.
I think cinnamon will go very well with the tea they serve here, don't you, Susie?
Yes, I'm sure you're right, Iris.
Well, can't talk about Wilson now. He's probably stuck in an island with a delivery dude, you know? Sailing on the raft until it comes apart. And the dude will just be shouting at him, Wilson! 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 Yeah, and never to be seen again.
I haven't seen Judge Jikoku for a while, have you?
Bonk.
Guilty! Ho, 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 ho. No, not that you mention it. I haven't seen him since this morning either.
Oh no, they haven't seen him, guys.
I suppose since the symposium's opening was postponed, he'll have gone to explore at the Great Exhibition.
And that reminds me of something you mentioned yesterday.
About Judge Jikoku having once been in the dock himself? Ah, yes. It was all tied up with that accursed trial. Oh no! Death flag! Death flag! The close trial of Kazuma's father. Seishiro was trying to mitigate Genshin's guilt, so he took to the stand to testify. Oh no!
Oh no, what happened? Well, so far we haven't seen Judge Jikoku. No one has. And he went on his own to the exhibition. That's what Mikotoba thinks. So, we are also learning he was part of the trial, so he could be a target. I really hope he's not gonna die. Not only is it kinda sad, it's gonna tear apart the diplomatic relations of Japan and Igirisu, England.
But he got a little carried away and actually managed to break the witness stand.
Oh my!
He also said some contemptuous words about the British Empire for which he was charged.
Oh dear. Although it's worryingly easy to imagine him doing that.
Well, it was all right in the end. He was acquitted and we returned home to Japan together.
Oh, thank goodness.
Ah, yes. Talking of Seishiro, I have a copy of the photograph we all took together here yesterday, please.
Oh no, this is a death flag. Not like this. Please, no. Oh no, this is... Oh, this is not... pain. No, what a lovely picture. It certainly seems to shout we arrived in Britain. Oh no! Snow. Yeah, to show it in court. No. Chikoku-san!
None of us had any idea what was coming when we took that, didn't we?
No, not that. So true. No, that's so true. There's more coming!
Yabe! So, you mentioned a favor that you'd like to ask me. Dotto.
Why are you smiling, TPG? What's with that smile? Don't jinx us, don't scare us. What?
Wipe that smile off your face.
Well, this fateful trial you're fighting, one way or another, to be over before long.
What?
Yameno! Stop smiling! And when it is, I'd like you to accompany me back to Japan. You want me to do...
What?
Father! What's the meaning of this? Father, what's the meaning of this?
Now, Susato, you should understand. You've seen how our courts work firsthand.
Yummy.
Japan's judicial system is in its infancy, especially when it comes to defense.
Oh, you mean...
The Supreme Court of Judicature is in desperate need of a good defense lawyer. As soon as possible. Really quite urgently, in fact.
But I've not even been in London a year yet.
I've read all of Susato's reports. I'm well aware of your extraordinary talents.
Yabe.
And having seen you in action with my own eyes earlier today, there's no question. You, Naruhodo, are precisely the man our country needs. Uncle Sam is America. Well, why can't we? Uncle Fuji needs you. I couldn't think of a figure to use.
So, you'd be leaving then, Runo?
Oh, sad Irish. Oh, don't be sad Irish.
But then, what am I supposed to do, Father?
You came here to serve as Asugi's judicial assistant.
Oh yes, she's supposed to be Kazuma's assistant.
Our government is still in the process of deciding how best to deal with the situation, though.
Oh, Susato-san, you have to go home.
You've always chosen your own path, Susato. And I trust your judgment in this matter also.
Father!
Please, the pair of you, don't look so downcast. It's merely a suggestion, you understand, I hope if I'm honest, but I won't force you. All I ask is that you consider it and come to a decision by the time this trial concludes. Yes, all right.
You won't leave me, will you, Runo?
Poor I. Can we take her with us? I mean, she's an orphan anyway. We can adopt her, right? Right? If we have to take Sholmes too, why not?
The thought hasn't even crossed my mind. Up until now, I've just been trying to do what I believe to be Kazuma's will. But it turns out that he's still alive. So, where does that leave me? Well, if you'll excuse me now, I need to telegram government ministers and the Japanese police with this information about assassin.
Of course, Father. Thank you.
Arigatou gozaimasu. I look forward to next month's installment, Miss Wilson.
Good. And please do come to Baker Street sometime, won't you? We'd love to entertain you.
I would be delighted. The best of luck for tomorrow, Naruhodo. And give my suggestion your full consideration, won't you? Yes, I will. Going back home? You know, Kazuma-sama has always meant a great deal to my father. I'm sure he'd love the chance to meet with him and talk to him about all of this. Yes, no doubt. Assassin. Of course! It's obvious! Oh, it just shows. Assassin? Of course! How could I have neglected to consider the possibility before now? Yeah, Mr. Sholmes.
Harley, where have you been?
Why, I joined you all for tea, of course. What an extraordinary question. I didn't notice you at all. No matter, no matter. Anyway, to more pressing concerns, Mr. Naruhodo. Oh, yes. I must dispatch a telegram to your country at once. It is a matter of much urgency. To Japan, you mean? Tell me, to whom can I entrust the task? Quickly now, who?
Well... My father has just now left to send a telegram to Imperial Police Bureau of Japan himself.
I see. Well, he looked reliable enough for a bearded fellow.
I don't think what father sports could be considered a beard, Mr. Sholmes.
There's not a moment to lose. Kindly ask your trusty unshaven father to see this sent.
I will, but what is it?
No questions at a time, if you please, Mr. Sato. All we can do is pray that for once, my deduction is Ori. Doesn't that imply that your deductions are normally correct, Mr. Sholmes? Now then! You may be surprised to learn that I am a very busy man. I certainly have no time to hide behind settees. What is that? Settees? And eavesdrop on other people's conversations. So that's what joining us for tea meant. I leave the sending of this in your hands then, my dear fellows. Well, he's gone. Wait a minute. Mr. Sholmes.
He just sort of ran off, didn't he? At quite a pace.
And left the unpaid bill for his tea behind too. Of course.
I must catch up with father at the telegraph office at once.
And I'll run and call us a cab straight away.
Whoa, everyone's a ninja. And that was me thinking everyone would be clamoring to pay Mr. Shin's bill. I'm paying again.
Why am I always paying? Our salary is only small. Nani-kana. Okay, maybe we can go here. Oh, it's them again. Why?
2nd November, British Supreme Court, Lord Chief Justice's office. No arguments, Prosecutor Asuri. You will continue with the trial as I instructed. Is that clear? Perfectly. It's Kazuma-sama. Defying Lord Strongheart by the sound of it. He never did know when to back down.
Oh, we're spotted.
Spotted. On your way now, Asugi. My lord.
My lord. My lemon. My melon. Milaria.
God damn it! The Asugi father and son tandem are both handsome men. God damn it. God damn it.
They're so handsome.
Kazuma. Oh,
You saw the boy, why?
he left without saying a word.
Whoa, big burly man.
Yes, what are you doing here?
Oh,
Well, I was just hoping to ask you a few questions if you wouldn't mind. I wanted Van Ziek's trial concluded today. But Prosecutor Asugi's unwelcome inquiries are going to make it take longer than necessary. Unwelcome inquiries? As a result, I'm losing even more precious time. Currently 2 hours, 55 minutes and 41 seconds. 42, 43. Then we must resolve everything before 3 hours have passed, Mr. Nabihodo. In a miraculous not even 5 minutes. Anyway, I can't let the man's obvious bad mood put me off. I need information.
Informaciones. Can I talk to this guy? Yes, I can. Oh, ちょっと待ってみなさい. It's currently raining.
I must turn off the AC. Hold on. Where did I put the remote of the AC? Oh god, I was just holding it earlier. ちょっと待ってね. Just a moment. The case of the stone and remote. There we go. Raindrops keep falling on my head. Da, 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 da. That's one of the songs that always pop in my head if it's raining. The other one is the I wanna know, have you ever seen the rain? I wanna know, have you ever seen the rain coming down on a sunny day? Yeah, those two songs always go in my head when it's raining.
Daripa.
And does Prosecutor Asugi believe that Lord Van Zieks is the Reaper? I wouldn't know. It was 10 years ago, in that fateful close trial, that Lord Van Zieks made a name for himself among the judiciary. But the next trial he fought, he lost. It meant the ringleader of a criminal organization was acquitted, thanks to all the jurors being under duress. But that's awful. The man's freedom was short-lived. He lasted just 3 days.
Yes. Let me see. He died in a rock slide at his place of work, I believe.
Correct. That was the inauguration of the Reaper of the Bailey.
And people believe Lord Van Zieks was responsible?
He was brought to trial himself, but it was shown to have been an accident.
So he must have had a solid alibi then.
Nevertheless, the mysterious deaths continued. In total, 16 persons perished in unusual circumstances, ostensibly at the hand of the Reaper. That's a long run of coincidences.
Well, the Reaper's true identity may well be revealed by this trial.
And the impact that revelation would have on the British public cannot be understated. Is that why it's a closed trial? Precisely.
Precisely, exactamundo. Mundo.
This country hasn't seen a closed trial for 10 years.
So the last one was the professor's?
The trial of Genshin Asugi. Correct. Actually, we heard that originally you were going to prosecute that trial yourself, Lord Strongheart. Van Zieks entreated me to relinquish the prosecution to him, that he might avenge his brother's death. And here we are, 10 years later, with the son of the man Van Zieks had condemned now, looking to avenge his father's death in the same way.
Wow, so poetic. Nani kore?
They do say what comes around, comes around. However, it would seem that the new young prosecutor is harboring some ulterior motive as well. Kazuma is? I'd like my organization to run smoothly, in the exact manner that I prescribe. As with the giant clock in here, I won't tolerate a single cog being out of step with the others. Ah, so that's what all these gears are all about in here. If the young man refuses to mesh with the other parts of my great machine, I will be forced to take steps. What do you mean?
Wait, what if he's the killer? Oh my god, what if he's part of the Reaper organization? I would honestly won't be surprised because, I mean, seems like a control freak. If he wanted everything to be his way, right?
Could be. Not something with which you need to concern yourself. In any case, all your questions will be answered tomorrow.
Yeah, he's kinda sus, isn't he? He's sushi baka.
Now I shall have to ask you to excuse me. As of this moment, I've been delayed from attending my next meeting by precisely 3 hours.
Oh my, that is a long time.
And I hold you entirely responsible.
Even though we miraculously managed to fit everything into not even 5 minutes.
I wonder if you might agree to us, talking with Prosecutor Asugi. Discussions between the defense and the prosecution outside of the courtroom are generally frowned upon. However, I will make an exception in this case. Now go! You can find him in his office.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Let's go to see him at once, Mr. Naruhodo.
Kazuma's my best friend in the world. but I'm really not at all sure I know how to talk to him at the moment.
Oh my, he's nervous to have a heart-to-heart talk with his beloved best friend. Yeah, he got an office.
Oh, he's just staying in the same office as Danzi's. なるほど。2nd November, prosecutor's office. I guess it's just a general office for all prosecutors. That's what it seems to be the case. Well, diorama of the thing. So this is the office of Prosecutor Asugi now, is it? Kazuma-sama is doing so well for himself. Oh my god, look at those two bats. Even though he's always forced to kneel on the floor Japanese style in that dark corner, it's his habit to sit Seiza style whenever he's working. For those who don't know what Seiza style, that's the Japanese way of sitting on the floor. Yeah. If you're not used to it, you tend to lose blood flow.
There he is, my handsome friend.
Kazuma.
Kazuma-sama. Handsome.
I thought it wouldn't be long before you paid me a visit, Ryunosuke. I was right about what I said, wasn't I?
Sorry?
That you have all the makings of a great defense lawyer. He's so proud of his wife. I mean his best friend. Well, I always believed that you'd fulfill your dream of advocating in the British courts. I just never imagined for 1 second that it would be as a prosecutor.
You can't sit like that, lol. Must need years of work in this. I like sitting on the floor, so I'm able to do it for quite a long time before my blood flow stops flowing. I do recommend, like, you can try moving your toes or your feet, like move them in place so that the blood continues to pump. That's one way that I avoid the blood flow from, lowering. See you stand in a foreign courtroom, so gallantly, realizing your dream, Kazuma-sama. I'm truly happy for you. And I am truly thankful to you, Judicial Assistant Miknoma. Wow, they're having a moment.
Ryunosuke, I always thought it would be fun for you and I to shake up the British legal system a little longer. This isn't quite how I envisaged it, but I suppose it's just another twist of fate. I've learned a lot of things during my time in London, and by how Susato-san's father was himself a visiting student here once, along with Judge Jikoku, and about what happened with your father. Then you have no difficulty understanding why I had no choice, why I had to find a way to get to Britain as a visiting student myself. I want to hear it from you, Kazuma. As you wish, Ryunosuke. Naruhodo. It's getting on for a year now, since what happened on the SS Borea. We were heading across the oceans from Japan to Great Britain.
ジャパンから日本からイギリスまで船で行きました。でも
when a bizarre series of coincidences led us to those tragic events. I thought I'd lost my best friend forever. Ah! I must have been unconscious for a long time. When I awoke, I was lying on the bed. It was a narrow little room. There was a posy of flowers by the pillow. It took me a little while to realize that I was in the cabin of a ship. I stepped out of the room and headed up onto the deck. Were you already suffering from amnesia at that point? Yes. I didn't know what had happened or where I was. There was just this voice in my head. You have something you have to do, something no one else can know about. Go to Great Britain. Your task awaits you there. It was a calling I couldn't ignore. It compelled me relentlessly. Out on deck, I saw that I was on a huge steamship and we were docked in a large port. It must have been Hong Kong. Yes, it must have been. Presumably just before they were due to carry your body off the ship. I had no idea of the situation, but I did have the feeling that this was in some way my last chance. So I concealed myself among the disembarking passengers and went ashore. Then I disappeared into the crowded streets of that foreign port city. Autonomous Buirobo. そうだね. So I could plan my onward journey to Great Britain.
Great Britain.
Just under a year ago, with all my past memories lost to me, I was left behind in Hong Kong. Everything was foreign to me. The sights, the sounds, the smells. My head reeled. I was truly at a loss. I realized now that I'd escaped as a dead man, with nothing but the clothes on my back. No money, of course. Oh, how terrifying for you. Luckily though, I had 2 feathers in my cap. One being your knowledge of English, I suppose? That's right. And on the back of that, I was able to pick some work as a deckhand on a cargo ship. Eventually, after calling at countless ports, I finally arrived at Dover. That must have been some 3 months ago now. Your formidable tenacity of purpose showing itself again, huh? I mean, the man had lost his memory and had literally nothing to his name. But he still managed to make his way to London, on the opposite side of the world. Of course, I had no idea why I'd moved heaven and earth to get here at that point. So, how did you end up becoming Lord Van Zeek's apprentice then? That can only be called an extraordinary stroke of luck, really. You see, I was stopped at the border because I had no papers. They took me straight to Scotland Yard. And by sheer coincidence, Lord Strongheart was there to attend the meeting. That's when the second feather in my cap came into play. Would that have been your knowledge of the law? Yes, exactly. Lord Strongheart was curious about an Easterner with intimate knowledge of British law. He took me back with him to Supreme Court and assigned me to the prosecutor's office. And then 9 days ago, you finally got your memory back after the trial involving Dreba. Yes, I did.
なるほど。なるほど、なるほど。
Ever since I first met you at Yume, you talked about your dream. Mark my words, Ryunosuke. I'll be chosen as a visiting student and make my way to Great Britain someday. Did you know the entire time about what happened to your father here?
どっとどっとどっと。
16 years ago. When my father left on that exciting trip to Great Britain, I was just a boy.
Damn, he is handsome. The genes of this family, yo.
We took a photograph together the day before his departure. It's my last memory of him. But what I remember most about my father is his unswerving sense of justice.
Justice! Justice League!
Six years after he left, a gentleman called at our family home. He told me that Genshin, my father, had been taken ill in England and passed away. It was Professor Mikotoba, your father, Susato-san.
Oh my!
Ever since then, the professor was very good to me. He even helped to fund my university education at Yume. I'll be forever in his debt. But nevertheless, I just couldn't bring myself to believe what he told me.
Oh.
Then one day, a letter arrived at our house from Britain. There was no indication of the sender, so I opened it, assuming it was from an old acquaintance of my father.
Who was it from?
What I read in the letter changed my entire life.
What did it say?
It said that my father had been a mass murderer, and the writer cursed the Asugi name.
Oh no!
As a result of that letter, I found out what had been hidden from me all those years.
Wait, is it from Van Zeeks?
Presumably the letter was sent from a relative of one of the victims.
Van Zeeks then, ha ha ha.
If whoever it was had been a member of the judiciary, it could have been he could have been present at the closed trial. The letter revealed that my father had been sentenced to death, executed for being a killer. I'm so sorry you had to find out that way. I imagine the British government did its very best to silence whoever sent that letter. But somehow, who knew the truth and couldn't bear the resentment was always going to be a problem.
But still, it could have been written by anyone. Why would you believe such a thing?
There was a newspaper clipping, or cutting, including the letter. It was the first I'd ever heard of the professor and his terrible killing spree.
Well, what did my father have to say about the letter?
I couldn't bring myself to show it to him.
What?
Why not? Because he deliberately concealed the truth from me by telling me my father was taken by a fatal illness. That couldn't have been easy for him, and he'd done it out of consideration for my feelings. So instead, I showed the letter to Judge Jikoku. To the other visiting student. He faltered for the briefest of moments, but then he just laughed the letter off. But in that moment I saw it on his face. He was undeniably shocked, shaken momentarily, before recovering his poise. A year later, my bereaved mother succumbed to the strain of grief, and she too passed away. That's when I made up my mind that one day, without fail, I would cross the seas to Britain and seek the truth for myself. The truth about my father, Genshin Asugi. And I wouldn't let anyone stand in my way.
Oh, Kazuma-sama.
I am. This is full on. Oh. What we learned today in court turned things completely on their head. It was an impressive piece of lawyering. Inosuke, naruhodo. Lord Van Six isn't Reaper, you know. I almost don't want to believe it myself, but it turns out Inspector Gregson himself, the victim, was. It's clear that the inspector was behind the Reaper's activity all along. What? You mean you knew it? The real question is, who's been giving orders to the inspector? Yes, Baruch Van Zix is the real Reaper. What? Huh? And I know that 10 years ago it was him who decided my father must be a mass murderer and sent him to his grave. No, he was merely seeing that justice was done as the law dictates. He was not to blame. Ultimately, it's people who condemn people. The law is just a tool that they use to do it. Oh my god, Kazuma. And when a man condemns another, he must take responsibility for his actions. Of course he must. But I know for certain that my father would never have taken another man's life. Kazuma. On the contrary, my father's life was taken by the Reaper. Damn! 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 Damn. Diorama. Yeah, look, there's two bats over here. It's kind of dull. I don't think there's anything to look around. Smooth. Are you sure we've asked everything we need? Oh, there's some more. The plot thickens. Yeah, it's thicker than me. Thicker than the soup. Thicker than curry. I guess we have to present something. What could it be? I guess this one? Oh, it's okay, Uhtred. That's just thunder. You can't do anything about it, baby. I'm not a god who can stop it, ne? It's okay. Good boy. Bats are pokeable, yeah. Kazuma, what do you make of this? Okay. So it's not this one? Maybe we do actually have to look at stuff. Okay. Examining. What a cute diorama. What the? It's a scale model of the crime scene. It's okay, Uhtred. Good boy. Oh yes, I realized that. Does the prosecution office make a model of the scene for every single case? Apparently so. Sometimes it helps to visualize things better and notice things you hadn't spotted before. Actually, the miniature notes mode is my work. Whoa! Hey, that was loud. Did you guys hear that? It was thunder. Yeah, it's okay, baby. Yeah, go ahead. Go under the desk if you want. It's okay. I'm here, baby Uhtred. It's okay. It's okay, baby. It's spooked, Uhtred. Poor baby. It's okay, Uhtred.
BBB네. Be honest, you do enjoy making that. No. At least if you know if the internet goes wonky or the stream goes wonky, it's the system. Oh, wrong button, sorry. Let's poke at the back. Ah, no, not this one. We already did. Okay, skip. Okay, let's move further there. Ah! You disturbed the bats, did you? Fitting companions of Lord Van Zeeks, would you say? You missed it? Oh, そうだな. It was loud. Actually, I've seen things flying in Lord Strongheart's office too. Doves, I think. Perhaps you have to like birds to attain rank in the judiciary here. Although bats aren't birds, of course. Eagle. Let's go with an eagle or vulture. How about the sparrow for you? What's that supposed to mean? Oh, nothing. Sorry. Just thinking out loud. How about you, listener? Well, I think... What else could we ask? I feel like there's nothing left. Okay, let's see if we can move somewhere else. Okay, I guess we can go to the hospital already. Ah, wrong button, sorry. And there we go. 2nd November, St. Sinas Hospital, Ward 3. This is the ward where Mr. Vigil was brought, apparently. To be frank, I'm a little worried about seeing him again. Ah, the lawyer. Hello again. Are you feeling better now, Mr. Vigil? Yes, thank you. Somewhat better. I'm so sorry to have caused you to. I mean, it was because of me. If I hadn't exposed your secret and forced you to remember things you'd obviously tried to forget. The prosecutor was here until a few moments ago too. You just missed him. Oh, Kazuma was here. He said much the same as you. He was very apologetic. But the truth is, I brought all this upon myself. Please, don't think that way. Keeping it from Evie, my wife, all these years, I've carried such a sense of guilt. He raced over and zoomed back out, though. Yeah. Lightning speed. Kazuma-sama has the speed of the Flash Speed model number 5. But that's not the worst of it. Over time, I obviously came to deceive myself as well. Yeah, don't say, my dear. You mean about your dismissal? Looking back now, I'm beginning to think that perhaps Inspector Gregson didn't stumble across me by accident at all. I mean, he compensated me so generously for acting acting as his stand-in.
You were used.
He was clearly concerned for my well-being and doing what he could to help. So perhaps Gregson knew exactly what had become of Mr. Vigil all along then. Oh. I'm sure this is just the search for 10 years of lies and deception, but... It wasn't me that helped the professor escape 10 years ago. It wasn't me. I swear it. I swear it's true. Oh, Mr. Vigil. Maybe it was his name? The strong muscly guy I keep calling Armstrong because he reminds me of Full Metal Alchemist. Maybe he's like a scapegoat, this Vigil guy. I'm sure you'd rather not dredge up even more from your past at this time, but if possible, could you tell us exactly what really happened? You tried to do the same pose, your shoulders cracked. Maybe you just lacked warm-up stretching, you know? You gotta stretch well. I want to. I need to get all of this off my chest. I just want someone to tell me what I should have done. Alright, okay. My voice is kind of cracking already, so I think it would be fine to cut off from here, right? You guys don't mind? Because I can feel my throat already giving up. I'm sorry. So I think we did a fair amount of stuff. I do have a feeling that when we continue, it's going to be the end of this case because we already went through the first trial. So usually there's only a second trial. It's rare we go to a third trial, right? Try to put your palm under your own chin, thumb forward. You understand? Well, I can connect my arms or hands behind my back. I'm quite flexible with that. Thank you for stream. Hi, thank you also for passing by or staying in my stream today, Nit. Yeah, I don't want to lose my voice. Whether it's for work or just, you know, everyday usage, it's quite difficult. Right, so most likely we're going to be able to finish this episode next package delivery on Sunday, this incoming Sunday. Alright. Then that would mean we'll have one episode to go. And then we'll finish the whole game. Damn! Already! It's been a long journey though, right? Okay, let me just save just to be sure. Save. Let's put it in number 3. Lucky number 3. Alright. So, Anzu, thank you very much for passing by or staying in my stream today. It was fun. And damn, who knew Greggy was hiding a deep dark secret of being one of the Reapers? But yeah, right now, I suspect that Van Zieks is not the Reaper. I doubt it. And I have a feeling it might be Mr. Strongheart because of his controlling nature. Yeah, I have a feeling it's him. He's just too sussy. I'm the Reaper. You're the Reaper. I'm the Reaper. He's the Reaper. She's the Reaper. We're all Reapers. God, man. Alright. So if you know our outro, say it with me. If you don't, listen well so we can say it together next time. Alright. And as always, I'll see you in the next package delivery. Bye bye. Hi. Arigatou gozaimashita. I love you all. Yes. We shall continue. I see you again every Sunday. Yes. But I'll be in Twitch on Saturday. Hi.
Arigatou gozaimashita.
Where's the camera? I'll stare at your face.